In this week's gospel reading, we encounter a very famous, familiar story and symbol, the Star of Bethlehem. Many people put a lot of work into trying to understand the Star of Bethlehem as fulfilling a messianic prophecy from the Old Testament, from the book of Numbers, chapter 24. And the quotation is, "I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star shall come out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel." And without a doubt, that prophecy was being used for messianic purposes by other Jewish groups, including the Zealots and the community that produced the Dead Sea Scrolls at Qumran. But here is where it starts, at least to my eyes, to get a little bit murky, because is Jesus himself the star, which will come out of Jacob, or does the star, the one in our gospel reading, point to him? And so for this commentary, I really want to avoid the whole Jesus is the morning star that we encounter in the book of Revelation, and try to isolate a little bit this Star of Bethlehem appearance and think about what it might mean. So let's start with a little bit of context. Until this moment in the gospel story, everyone who knows anything about the identity of this baby is Jewish. And in this way, we might say it's a little bit predictable, right? A Jewish Messiah fulfills Jewish expectations in a Jewish context. And Matthew chapter 1 is super Jewish with its tracing of Jesus's genealogy through David back to Abraham. But then suddenly in chapter 2, in a most unexpected way, a couple of visitors from the east crash the scene, right? Non-Jews who want to pay homage to the child who has been born King of the Jews. That's kind of wild, right? What might it tell us that they are specifically led by a star? And I think we might find a hint in Deuteronomy chapter 4. That text includes an important warning about mistaking signs for what they symbolize. From verse 19, "And when you look up to the heavens and see the sun, the moon, and the stars, all the host of heaven, do not be led astray and bow down to them and serve them, things that the Lord your God has allotted to all the peoples everywhere under heaven." So the Hebrew Bible specifically here connects stars and other natural phenomena to the Gentiles, reminding us specifically that the sun, the moon, and the stars were given to all the peoples under heaven. They aren't specific to Israel. They aren't special. They are creations of the Creator for everyone. And so we have with the Magi, we have a case of Gentiles getting it absolutely right in a way that we don't expect. Because, among other things, they know whom they are seeking, and they know the difference between a sign that points the way and the child himself. It is precisely this that foreshadows the possibility of the nations as not necessarily idolatrous, the nations who are able to distinguish between images or signs and the realities that they point to.